What up, what up?
How's
What
your
you
bye
got?
week?
My bye week was good, shorter than, you know, but it's good.
You talked about not ever complaining about the bye week when the schedule comes out.
I did.
Looking back, what's the biggest benefit of the bye week for this particular team when it comes?
I think it allows for some of the guys that were injured to get more healthy. Some of the guys like Jamal and things like that, as we're working him back into the fold, he gets to have a week off after a game like that. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is just health, giving guys time to get back and be healthy so we, can make a run.
Is there any trick or thing you have to do to make sure, maybe not trick's not the right word, but something to just make sure guys kind of pick up where you left off and not lose any of the momentum after some time away?
Not really, because a lot of times, that first, like the beginning of the season, you come back and, your body's getting used to, tackling, getting hit, all those different things. So, sometimes early on a week off is good, just to allow your body to recover a little faster. Like I said, the energy, the big plays, the swag. Unfortunately, it was just 9 plays, but we're excited to have him back. His energy is contagious, and we look forward to having more big plays, more big tackles. A lot of just game-changing plays.
Does Devon Witherspoon remind you of anybody in the way that he plays out there? The
Uh,
physicality, the intensity.
It's kind of different because, I've been around some good corners, and, he is a corner, but he comes inside and he blitzes and it's not really anybody that I've played with per se. He's just a really, really good player.
Does this surprise you? I mean, 3 games in, some of the things he's been able to do, or?
Not really, because when he came in, they talked about how smart he was, but you saw it when he was studying plays or, his ability, because in OTAs he had a couple injuries, but, the way he was picking up concepts and seeing things, you knew once he got his momentum and, he was going to be good. And I think the physicality is a thing that everybody was waiting to see as well. And so I think the just more he gets comfortable, the more plays he's going to make.
You called out the way that he practices. Does anything about his attention to detail or the way he practices stand out to you?
Yeah, I think he's just constantly on it, constantly trying to talk about different things. Even when something happens, after the plays coming up and seeing it's constant conversation. I think as a young player, that's not really normal. A lot of times, young players are just want to do their job and kind of quiet and things of that nature. But, he's always trying to learn, always trying to figure out the angles of blitzes, the coverages, things of that nature. So I think that's the biggest thing, and he flies around. So
Pete mentioned the other day that he's starting to get some attention and some honors and stuff like that. So now he's got to learn how to, he's got to handle that a little bit. Do you sense he's the kind of guy, as a rookie that can kind of handle this the right way?
yeah, for sure. I don't think I think these accolades are cool, but I think there's a bigger picture and a bigger thing that he wants to accomplish. So I think some of the stuff he's finally getting acknowledged for is cool, but I think he understands what the bigger picture for him is. So I think he'll handle it just fine.
Getting 11 sacks and holding the team to 3 points may not be something you can expect every week, but just bigger picture, how have you seen the defense progress and how good do you feel about the direction you're heading?
I feel good. I think, all offseason we were talking about stopping the run, and so I think, we've been able to do that thus far. And then after that, it's how do you complement that with everything else? And so I think last game, our rush did a really good job, and it really made things easier for the coverage. So I think the more and more that happens, the more we put together games like that, I feel good about where we're at.
What role has JERE played in helping the run defense this year?
I just think how smart he is and his communication. I think he has a really good understanding of what the offensive line tries to do from a blocking scheme perspective, and he's really, really good at communicating that to all the D linemen. So, you can hear him sometimes before, call out some plays and call out some pass or the protections and things of that nature. And I think that really allows the guys that's playing next to him to play fast.
He's nailing those calls. I mean, he yells the protection, and that's what it is. He yells the play side, and that's what it is. He's pretty accurate in forecasting.
Yeah, he's pretty accurate. very accurate.
You guys have spent a ton of time in nickel, and you're still stopping the run really well. What's been the key to that?
I think it's just understanding our run fits, trusting the people around us, making the tackles when we have to, being aggressive in the run game, and then just, personnel. I feel like the personnel is doing a really good job of just, owning your assignment, embracing your role, and making the plays when it comes to you.
Seems like it looked a lot better last week. Just what you've seen from them, the challenges for this weekend?
Yeah, I think Burrow's looking more comfortable and more healthy, and I think that always, helps their team. They're finding out ways to get their playmakers the ball, and we just have to make sure that we try to make it one-dimensional. I think a lot of times people sleep on their run game. They don't run as much, but they have a really talented back that can get going if you don't stop them. So our job is to stop them, make them do what they want to do, which is throw the ball, and then make our plays in the pass game.
When you look at the number of deep plays and the deep balls that Joe Burrow has completed since 2020, is it the ability of the wide receiver to get open? Is it confusing the defense and creating busted coverages? What's happening on those plays downfield?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think they have great wide receivers, so I think it starts there. I think they have a guy who can really throw the ball and get it there pretty accurately. And then, you got so many playmakers. You try to shift to one, it opens up to another. And so I think they try to utilize the talent that they have, and they have a talented quarterback to get them the ball. So I think it's a combination. It's not just one thing, but, they're a good team.
Back to what Brady was saying about the nickel position, you guys playing it as much as you have. For a long time, nickel was a third down guy who would come in and play in obvious passing situations, become more of a starter's position. When did you start to see that kind of change or morph to where teams felt comfortable just playing nickel almost as their base?
I think it became kind of a thing more because the offenses back in the day, they would try to motion to put that smaller guy majority of the time into the run fit. So you would bring him into the box, and then you would run right at him, and that's where they felt like they had to play. But as defense have seen that, they understand how they try to, put the guy in the box. I think one, you find the right people that feel comfortable in the box to make those plays. And then two, understanding when you're going to get attacked and how they're attacking you allows you to play faster. Also, the guys around you know that play is coming, so you could cheat that way as well. So I think it's a combination of just guys understanding what the offenses was trying to do to attack that particular person, and then kind of leaning towards that way.
How do you feel like you're playing? And I ask it because you're 33, obviously, and that was sort of the.
I'm 33?
Yeah. Well, that's what it says. But
Could be lying.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, okay. But no, just like, this player's age, there's always a question: can you play at the same level? Things like that. But statistically, it seems like you are. And you haven't missed a snap, other than when they took you out at the end of the Giants game for a couple of plays. I mean, do you feel like you're playing the same way you did 5 years ago, or?
I mean, I feel pretty good. I mean, I feel like I'm, making plays. I feel like there's things that I could do to improve my game, which I feel like that's always something that I'm proud of myself on, is trying to improve and get better. I think it's hard to say whether or not someone's doing good. There's so much more season left. I feel like it's off to a good start, and there's a lot more stuff to do, and I'll just leave that to you guys to judge it, but I won't really care about it to an extent.
Do you pay
No
attention?
offense.
Do you pay attention to like Pro Football Focus or any of those kind of ratings?
Not really. I mean, I think when it works in your favor, you love it. When it doesn't, you don't love it. So.
We saw the NBA game last night. How much fun was that? How much does the league need to come back to Seattle full time?
It was great. It's great being on the court. It's great seeing those guys. It's like a reminder that they're professionals for a reason. But I definitely feel like this city needs an NBA team. I think it would be fun to have that to complement our women's team. And who knows? We'll just sit here and wait. I know a lot of people talk about Vegas, but, who wants to go to Vegas?
How much differently do you see the game with all the experience you have compared to when you're early in your
Career, do you just notice it helps you that you know what's coming more often, things like that?
I think the game's a lot just slower. I think that's what it is. Like, you kind of know what's coming. You understand. I think when I was a rookie, there was a lot of wasted steps. So it was a lot of you want to be so fast, you want to get to everything so quick that you just waste movement, waste steps. A lot of times people say you out there just running with a chicken with a head cut off. And so as you be more comfortable, you understand you don't have to, move as fast when you know where the ball is going. Or, sometimes you'll step this way when the ball's coming that way, and there's no reason to do that. So you might just even sit there and just not move. There's been a couple times where I don't even move because I know where the ball's coming. So that's just trusting what I see, trusting what I've seen over my career, and just making a play when I need to.
Did you ever get got by the safe space thing that Pete does?
Safe space?
Yeah.
No. No, I was too aware of that.
Do you remember a time where someone really got, like they're about to pour their heart out?
No, there's been a couple times where, I was like, Pete, you might want to cut him. He about to say a real story that we don't want to hear, but it's been cool. I think the only one that's really got us, was T.O., where he didn't want to sit down and he was going to tell his story, and we thought it was real, but it was actually a joke. So he flipped it on us.
He was in on it with Pete?
I believe so.
The meetings that you guys have before games and how unique they are with how Pete does them, do you think those have any impact over the years on how successful the team has been?
I think so. I think he does a really good job of bringing everybody together. I think he's done a really good job of honing in whatever message for that particular game. I think it's something over a period of time, you appreciate, the amount of effort that I'm pretty sure he puts in, and the thought that he puts into making sure those meetings go and be productive. And so I feel like as I've gotten older, I appreciate it more because I start to see how hard that possibly is to, every single game come up with a different message, different theme, different thing for each game and try to execute that message. I think it's pretty cool.
What are some of those messages, the themes?
I mean, it could be anything. He always has a story that relates to the particular message. It can be the theme for being physical. It can be, be aggressive. It's so many different things. It's just like that particular game, what we have to do to win that game. And, we come in Monday to see if we execute it.
As a defense, what's the key to making good quarterbacks and comfortable one-dimensional, if you will, without changing who you are? Is it just guys as physical as they can each quarterback?
I think a lot of it is film study. A lot of it is watching and understand what are the things you like to do. Obviously, you have a really, really good receiver on the outside, and so he's going to get his touches. And knowing where he's at, every play is important. I think applying pressure when you have it and you need it. I don't think he's been sacked as much on first and second down. So, trying to accomplish that. Third down, putting them in longer yardage situations allowed us to apply pressure. So I think it's just not letting a guy like that can have the ability to do it, just sit back there and just do all of his reads and make all of his throws. You have to, be aggressive, and you have to, get in his face.
Bobby, what is it about the pass rush that you think makes the improvements you guys have made the last couple of weeks sustainable as you push forward with your ability to get at the quarterback?
I think a lot of it is just the guys, being around each other and playing with each other, because a lot of it is, these are our first real opportunities to run some games or do some different things together. And I think, as you do it more and more, you understand how somebody likes to do it. You understand, how you can trust the person to do it. And I think that's what's happened over the last, 4 games.
Have you done any work with BT on pass rush stuff?
I have. I actually did a lot of work with him before last game. He's been really, really helpful for me.
What stands out about the way he teaches or helps you, I guess?
I think it's just a lot of teaching is communication and being relatable and understanding the person that you're talking to. So I think that's the biggest thing to me is I've probably been coached some of those things that he's teaching, but the way that he communicates it helps me understand exactly what I need to do so that when I'm in the game, I'm not thinking about it. I'm just trusting my movements, trusting what we practice. So I think that's been the biggest thing.
Anything else?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.